Namaste, I hope everybody is safe and staying healthy. Yesterday we talked about a phenomena what we call as a pear-shaped body type, which was an example of our body being more on a estrogen dominant body. Today we'll talk another body type which we call as a apple shaped body. An apple shaped body which represent how an apple looks. The mid part is bloated, heavy. So you are normal till your chest area or just below your chest, and that's where the rest of the fat is accumulated below your chest area and maybe to your hip and butt area. And then your legs and feet would be normal. So these are known as apple shaped body. Now, apple shaped body is predominantly uh, linked to what we call as a sympathetic dominant body. Sympathetic is a type of body performance. Now, there are two types of nervous system: a sympathetic nervous system and a parasympathetic nervous system. Now, sympathetic nervous system is something in which we are supposed to be around 20% of the time, and parasympathetic is where we are supposedly to be 80% of the time. Now, due to our current lifestyle, due to our dietary habits, due to our overall way of living, we are moving more towards sympathetic and moving away from parasympathetic. So the scales have changed. Some people it is as high as 80% of sympathetic and 20% of parasympathetic. Now, what is sympathetic nervous system? Sympathetic nervous system is also known as fight or flight. Now, this is a system which our body developed when it was in a state of fear. It was this short spurt of times in a day or a week or a month where the body feels danger and the body responds to it. Whereas everything has to be normal, things should go on auto mode, life should be simple, no challenges. Hence, over millions of years, our body, our genes have developed to live in harmony with the 80-20 principle. Now, what is sympathetic nervous system? It's also known as fight or flight. It's also about a system which increases our focus and alertness. So let's say you are in a danger. Okay, you foresee some problem coming towards you. You would be more focused to handle it. You'll be more alert about what is coming in and around you. This is also a time when your metabolic activities like your liver working hard, your kidneys working hard to give more sugar, to filter out more blood for you, to have enough energy and blood flow in your brain, in your legs and your arm, so that you can run away from it or you can face it to a point that it helps you to survive. Okay, it is also a time when the digestion is slowed down. Okay, because you cannot digest and fight at the same time. You can't expect, let's say, going into a war, you can't expect to eat your food while you're fighting. Okay, it does not happen that way. Similarly, the body cannot have two different functions at the same time for an individual. Okay, it can either be in this or it can be in that. Okay, it is also a time when there is a lot of pressure, people tend to expel food. For example, just before exam, okay, a day before exam, when you're tensed, okay, a lot of kids, it happens with them, they eat and they throw up because they are so tense that the system moves up. Okay, or the body expels food. Body feels everything is a danger, it does not accept that food, and you end up throwing food. And that is also a reason, if you see, when people were going for exams something, they were given curd and sugar to provide energy, curd to provide probiotic to handle your gut balances. Okay. Now, people who are apple type body, okay, they are also known as sympathetic dominant profiles. Now, when you are a sympathetic dominant profile, means you have more fat around your midriff, okay, around your stomach and your buttock area. You what you are doing is you are depositing more fat around this area. Okay, fat in the tissues, fat around the tissues, fat in between cells. So when you are in this mode, what you will have? You will have high blood sugar. You will have elevated cortisol. You will have high triglycerides and you will have high stress. Now everything is linked. You have high cortisol because you are in a stressed mode. Now, how do you come out of it? Okay, first you need to acknowledge that there is a stress. Okay, don't acknowledge it that stress is a part of life. Yes, stress is a part of life for us to handle certain exceptions or situations, but not to be in that situation for all the time. So next time you are looking at a situation or an issue, try and see whether you are responding to that situation or you are reacting to that situation. If you are reacting to the situation, you are moving towards a sympathetic nervous system. If you are responding to it, responding cannot be immediate or can be immediate, but if you start responding to it, why, what, when, how, what can you do to address it? Okay, versus I need to answer back, I need to fix it. Okay, that's where you move between a sympathetic and a parasympathetic nervous. Now, when you are in a sympathetic nervous system, your digestion is slowed down because the body does not want to digest and focus your immune system to come and work on digestion, taste every food that you're eating and say whether it's good or not. But the body would want the immune system to hold on to what it has and let you fight what you are facing. So when you have slow digestion and you eat, okay, what will happen? Your blood sugar will remain higher for a long time because the system is not able to move that sugar into the cell. Now, if that sugar remains high in your blood for longer, what you'll have? You'll have elevated sugar. Okay. Then the liver, which was functioning to do the metabolic activities, will try to store the sugar by moving it out of the blood and store it in your tissues. In your tissues, around your tissues, in between the cell space. Because if it remains in blood, the blood will become toxic. Okay. So body is trying to just safeguard you in any situation and every situation that you are putting your body through. High blood sugar, you already have high cortisol. Okay, why? Because you're not responding, you're reacting to a situation. You are in a state of stress. The adrenal glands, which are small glands sitting on top of your kidneys, will release cortisol for it to go and fight that situation, bring that inflammation down, bring that issue down. But let's say you have a situation on a scale of 1 to 10 at 10. Okay, the body will release cortisol, bring the 10 down to 5, which is the normal level, and then stay dormant till the time the next situation comes. But if your situation is 10, you put cortisol, it brings it to 5, then again it went to 15. Cortisol was released, it brought it down to 12 or 10, but again it got released. Now your stress level is at 25. Cortisol will go, it will bring it down. Eventually, you see the graph goes up and up and up to an extent where your adrenal glands become tired and they say, boss, I can't pump enough cortisol now. I am tired. I need some time to rest, relax, and refresh myself. If that happens, you move into a state of hypoadrenal. So people who are always stressed, always in a sympathetic nervous system, eventually over a period of time, they move into a situation where the system becomes parasympathetic. They don't have energy, they become fatigued, they cannot respond, they cannot react, they don't have enough power to carry on any task. Okay, that lethargy, you're not fresh when you get up. So all that happens when your adrenal glands get fatigued. Okay. Similarly, in your situation where you are a apple type, you have high blood sugar, you have high cortisol, and you also will have high triglycerides. High triglycerides because the body is attaching what is triglyceride? Three glycerols molecules attached to a cholesterol molecule, because that's the only way the blood will transport this cholesterol from your blood into a cell. Okay, so you are saving. Now, sympathetic means the body is under a state of shock. The body is in a state where the body is sensing some danger, or body is sensing that every time this person goes into a state of shock, there is a lot of sugar that is being eaten through comfort food, or my blood sugar is high, there is a danger. Let me not digest, let me store that energy. Let me store that energy so that tomorrow, when you are in a state of stress or you are going for a longer hours without working, drinking a lot of caffeine to get your energy up, I will use this stored energy to provide fuel to the body to carry on the task. Okay. When that is a complex cycle that becomes. If that becomes, what will happen is your body will not digest food, it will start storing food. And how does it store? It stores it by converting into sugar, and it convert that sugar into triglycerides, store it, creates what we call as an apple body type. So what is the solution? First thing, you have to work on reducing your stress. Okay. Now, whether it is yoga, whether it is meditation, whether it's deep breathing, whether it is drinking certain calmative herbs like tulsi, hibiscus, chamomile, lavender tea, whether it is moving away from that relationship, whether it is moving away from the toxicity, whether moving away from that ugly presentation or that ugly conversation that you're having with a person, you need to acknowledge your stress and take steps to move away from it. Number one. Number two, stay away from eating when you are stressed. A lot of people, when they're stressed, they eat and go for those comfort food which provides enough sugar. So they eat a lot of sweet things, a lot of bread, a lot of bakery item, buns, a lot of tea, coffee, okay, sweet or chocolates, because they want this energy rush. They want the sugar to come and fight that situation and handle it. This over a period of time causes a big snowball effect. So first is manage your stress. Second is move away from those comfort food. Don't eat when you're stressed. Simple. Don't eat even your superfoods when you're stressed. Avoid it. Third, focus on your sleep. Okay. Nothing will help better if you don't focus on your sleep, because that is the time the body is seeing you are at peace and the body starts the detoxification, the body starts the repairing part. So if you're stressed and you don't sleep, you're causing a double whammy to yourself. Okay. And third, avoid eating a lot of processed food, avoid eating a lot of high doses of carbohydrate in a single sitting, because you want to bring your triglyceride level down. Fifth, add small amount of exercise, which is as a routine, not as an experiment that once in a week or once twice in a week you'll do. Regular exercise, 30 minutes of regular walking is more than enough. Eventually what you'll see, your body starts to reduce that high blood sugar. Okay, you can get to know about your blood sugar through a fasting blood sugar, through HbA1c, or through fasting insulin. Once that comes down, eventually you'll see this fat deposited, or so-called visceral fat deposited around your waist, around your stomach, that eventually goes down, supported by exercise. So this is a body type which is mostly because of our current lifestyle, and which can only be treated by our current lifestyle. No ab exercise, no gym machines can alone work towards it. Have a wonderful afternoon, everyone, and we'll catch up soon. Namaste.